शयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यम्.
Good morning, kids. Again, EVS. Let's do chapter number 8, Means of Travel, textual exercises. Let's try to understand all the textbook exercises. We'll begin with words to know. Vehicle. What are vehicles? Yes, on the road you find all types of vehicles, not only on the road, in water and air also. So these are all called vehicles, means used for traveling. All those things which we use to go from one place to another becomes a vehicle. Either we sit on a scooter and move, or on a cycle, or in a train that carries us from one place to another. That becomes a vehicle. Distance. What is distance? We talked about this is one place. This is the second place where we want to go. The distance which we travel from one place to another. Let's see. The amount of space between two places. The space between the two places where we move around is called the distance. Bullet train. Everybody has now seen bullet train, right? It's a very fast moving train. First introduced in Japan. First Japan people introduced this bullet train, and it's a very fast train. Fuel. What is fuel? Yes, it is a food for the vehicles, right? We talked about material that produces heat or energy when burnt and which can be used to run vehicles. Now this fuel, we stuff it in the vehicle, we put it in the vehicle, then the system inside the vehicle produces heat and energy from this fuel, and then the vehicle runs. Next exercise in your textbook is circle the correct option. Number 1, which of these is the slowest moving vehicle? Cycle, aeroplane, scooter, car. Which is the slowest moving? Yes, it's a cycle. Which of these is the fastest moving vehicle? Now you have to find out the fastest one. Car, truck, ship or rocket? Rocket. Which of these vehicles move on tracks? Car, aeroplane, bullet train or helicopter? Helicopter moves on track, right? There's a track created for helicopter or for cars. Let's see. Bullet trains. Trains always move on tracks. Which of these can be used to move vehicles? What is used to move the vehicles? CNG, petrol, diesel or all of these? All of these. There are some vehicles which use CNG gas. There are some running on petrol. There are some running on diesel. So all these things are used for the vehicles to move. Let's see. Answer the following questions where I have added my own also. What do you understand by vehicles? Give 2 examples. We saw in words to know also. The means of travel which we use to move from one place to another are called vehicles. All those instruments, all the things which we use so that we can move from one place to another, they are called vehicles. Now what are the 2 examples? Here train and car are the 2 examples of vehicles. These are the examples which I have given you, children, but you can write your own examples also. What are the factors that help you choose a vehicle for traveling? This question is very important. Do you remember we saw what is the thing which helps us to decide that we should go by which vehicle? Let's see one by one. Time. The time it takes to travel from one place to another. If I want to go to America, I will not go in a cycle. I don't know when I'll reach. I have to go by plane. So the time taken helps us to decide which vehicle to use. Then distance. The distance to be covered. If I have to go nearby place, I can go at times walking also without using the vehicle. That's okay. Or I can use a cycle or scooter too. Cost. And the cost of traveling are some factors that help us choose the vehicles we use for traveling. Even the cost. At times we want to go to far places, but then we cannot spend much money. So instead of airplane, we select train because train is little cheaper than aeroplane. So it's okay. So cost also help us to decide which vehicle to use. Give two examples each of vehicle that move on land, water and in air. So what are the land vehicles? Train and truck. Air vehicles, aeroplane and rocket. Water vehicles, boat, sailboat. Now children, these are the answers which I have given you. If you want to change and write your own answers, you can write. You can write other vehicles also that move on land. There are so many. You can write cycle, bicycle, motorcycle, car. That's okay. What are fuels? Fuels are those material that produce heat or energy when burnt. It produces heat or energy and then it helps our vehicles to move. Which mode of transport train is? What mode of transport we can say train? Is it a land transport, air transport or water transport? Does it walk in water? Are the tracks built in water? No. Train is a land transport. It moves on land. How is train different from other vehicles that move on land? If train is also a land transport, it moves on land. But how it is different? Can you see the pictures here? There are all the other transport which move on road. Can train move on road? No, it needs tracks to move. So what is the difference? Train moves on tracks while others move on road.